February is Black History Month, and News 8 Now is taking a closer look at what life was like for Black residents here in La Crosse. News 8 Now's JDS McGee shows us how Black history here began earlier than many people realize. JDS.
This first look focuses on the 19th century, a time when Black residents were building lives here even as barriers began to take shape. When people think about early La Crosse history, Black residents are often left out of the picture. But research by longtime UWL professor Dr. Bruce Mauser tells a different story. In his book, Black La Crosse, Dr. Mauser found that Black Americans were a part of the city from the beginning, building businesses, owning land, and shaping the community during its earliest years.
During that time period, La Crosse's Black population was on average 1 to 2%. Some of the first settlers in La Crosse were Black in the 1850s, like 1852, when there were very few residents here at the time. And so it's evident that there were opportunities here for Black business owners, barbers, land speculators. There are a few pretty prominent Black residents who did those things.
That early presence also included political and academic excellence at a time when Black voices were often ignored nationally. One of those voices was George Coleman Pogue, a La Crosse native who went on to be one of the first African Americans to win an Olympic medal.
George Pogue, at his graduation, talked about the race issue. He was the salutatorian of his class in 1899, and even he acknowledged that there was a race issue, and he made that his speech, graduation speech, dealt with that.
Another was George Edwin Taylor, the first African American to run for president.
Dr. Mauser also wrote a book about George Edwin Taylor, and Taylor really talks about why he ran for president, which is that he felt that the national Democratic and Republican parties weren't catering to Black voters, and they were ignoring this voter base. And so he wasn't running for president because he thought he would win, but to make a statement.
DeRocher and Christy Moss say telling this history matters, not just to document the past, but to acknowledge that Black residents were here, contributed here, and belong here.
It brings a certain reality to the fact that these folks were here, and it matters, and we should know about it. Not just little bits and pieces, but the facts.
Now, this is the first part of our Black History Month series. We will have another segment next week, Sunday. Reporting in the studio, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.